These fraud charges that Sukuna has been receiving is going to be very hard for him to beat these cases, because in this chapter it just showcased that Sukuna is not him, because not only that Sukuna has summoned Maharaga, but he has also summoned another new Shikigami to actually fight against Gojo. So now it's 3 versus 1. This is a handicap match. This is something that you will see from WWE, AEW, where the heel factions are all gaining up to try to destroy the ultimate babyface, which happens to be Gojo. And this chapter is just continuously showing that Gojo is him, because despite the fact that Maharaga has been summoned and is adapting to the Infinity and was able to actually injure Gojo, Gojo's not sweating at all. Gojo is actually exciting. He actually finds the satisfaction, the intensity, all of that, because he started to actually have a PTSD moment of the moment was the last time he actually got severely injured, was when he faced against Toji, because Toji gave Gojo a run for his money. And now with this situation with Maharaga, Gojo knows that this is going to be in the same level when he fought against Toji, because the intensity of the battle, the possibility that he might lose. But Gojo has confidence in his skills. Gojo believes that he will win this fight, despite the fact that the odds are stacked against him, and that Sukuna, even though he is a powerful opponent, that he will actually beat him. So Gojo, he's not sweating at all. And we see it throughout this whole entire chapter as he's figuring out what Sukuna's doing and what he's using Maharaga for. So despite the fact that Gojo was caught slipping, Maharaga was able to actually adapt to his infinity and actually slash him. Gojo didn't waste any time at all, and he was able to punch Maharaga, making Maharaga stumble. And so Gojo is ready to use reversal curse technique, red. But then he's thinking that, oh, okay, nothing is not going to get in my way of blasting this person away. But suddenly he sees a whole bunch of rabbit as Sukuna was able to activate Escape Rabbit, because Gojo thought that Sukuna was knocked unconscious after the Black Flash. But then Gojo kind of noticed that the reason why Sukuna used Escape Rabbit to move Maharaga away was because he's trying to use Maharaga for the offense, while Sukuna is trying to find an opening to attack Gojo. So Sukuna throws a fire hydrant as Gojo was able to blast it as it makes a huge giant smoke. But he noticed that Maharaga's is above him and tried to attack. But as Gojo is focusing on Maharaga, Sukuna goes on a hands on a stance like he's about to do the piercing blood, as Chozo is just like, wait a minute, is this man is about to do what I think he's about to do? Nah, he cannot steal my technique. But then suddenly it wasn't blood, but it was water. It was coming from the Max elephant, which Gojo actually got injured from the attack, which Gojo is trying to analyze the situation, because this is a good old-fashioned 2 versus 1, and he's realizing that Sukuna is able to summon these Shikigamis, and using their powers without summoning them. So he's trying to figure out, is he applying it extremely to his own domain, which he cannot use his shrine and the 10 shadows simultaneously. He using the Shikigami and other than Maharaga now, since they have adapted to infinity and it is complete. So he has more resources to accolades. In this case, it should take longer to adapt from the reversal red than the curse technique, which Sukuna summoned a new Shikigami because he is just done. So now that he told Gojo that this is not a 2 versus 1, this is a 3 versus 1, as Gojo makes fun of Sukuna, saying that he looked like a little lost alien boy compared to these 2 Shikigamis. So these Shikigamis, they didn't like that insult, so they go on ahead and try to attack Gojo, and we get this sequence of Gojo try to dodge every single one of the attacks as Sukuna is hiding in the shadows, tries to attack Gojo, but Gojo is able to dodge everybody's ability. So then when Gojo finds an opening, he used red, and he used it against Maharaga because that's the biggest one that he needs to take down first. And then so he notices that it will take a lot more than to try to take down Maharaga with that weak ability. So then Gojo is preparing to try to use a new technique that we haven't seen before, which is called the Unlimited Hollow technique, to try to actually finish off Maharaga and kill it once and for all. As the chapter ends, as we see Gojo smiling, as he's just enjoying this moment and as he's trying to figure out how to defeat this monster. The chapter was really incredible. This chapter was really interesting to see how Gojo, he's able to handle himself against a 3 versus 1 battle. And it was really funny how the memes of everything in Twitter is happening when Gojo mentioned that he looked like a little lost boy, because man, these memes of, you know, Sukuna being held by these two Shikigamis is very funny, especially to how the incident with the fire extinguisher, that video.
Use this!
But overall, let me know down in the comment section how you guys feel about this chapter. What is your favorite moments? What's your thought process and everything else? Let me know down in the comment section. And if you guys do like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and remember, always be decent. This is the Monotone Man, and hope you guys have a wonderful day and be safe out here. Peace.